Hello, welcome to our channel, Loving Handcrafts by BMW. This is Brenda. So today I'm bringing you a Valentine's project, and I'm calling this a Valentine's globe because I liked what I did for the Christmas globe so much, or the Christmas snow globe so much, that I thought I'd translate it into Valentine's Day. And I'll have a link above so you can see the video on how you put it together. Because I've already done that, but I wanted to take you through the thought process in Design Space. And basically it's the same setup as before with your base, your design element for the base, like to cover up some of the workings, your stitch circle, and all I did was bring in a few more elements that are personal to me and Willie. So this is a picture of me and Willie with the background removed. A sentiment, some champagne glasses, and these items I got I obtained from Create Fabrica. So, and I just typed in Valentine's Day backgrounds, and then I just brought that in to Design Space, and then some print then cut elements that I had in my Design Space from another project. So I kind of hobbled this together. But what's the interesting thing is that for this layer, this is going to be printed on some transparency film. Now that was pretty big back when I was in college. I remember our professors using transparency film to convey their lecture and have their lecture notes all written out on transparency film. And I did have that in my stash. So instead of using instead of printing this on white cardstock, it turned out really interesting on transparency film. So I just left this here because that is the representation of the acetate. And then, so yeah, it came together really nicely. Let's see, so I ended up with less than a 4-inch circle. So all my circles are about 9.6 inches in diameter. So I'm going to bring you down to my work surface, and so you can see all my different components that I have. All right, cooperate. I gotta find my mouse. My mouse is lost in the sauce. There we go. Okay. So I'm using my stack trays from scrapbook.com, my stacking trays. Okay, so for this project, let me show you what you're going to need. You're going to need some inkjet transparency film. It's for, it's 30 sheets in here. And you just follow the instructions, and I'll have a link to the supply in the description on this. So that's what I used, and this is what mine look like. Sorry if you're gonna not see it, but here's the transparency film. Comes with a protective cover. And so yeah, you just load it into your inkjet printer, put it on quality Beth, put it on glossy photo paper, and it rolls right through. Just follow the instructions on how you're, because there's a right side and a wrong side. And it says that when you breathe on this, if it fogs up, then, let's see. So if it fogs up, do not, to double check the printable side, see which side does not fog up with your breath. So whatever side that doesn't fog up is the side you print on. Okay, so I had some glitter cardstock here. So I had some glitter cardstock, my print then cut images, my hearts that I used print then cut. I could have actually cut some out in the glitter cardstock. My 5 rings, and then for my background, this is just the print then cut. And then I printed out 2 of these for the acetate layer. And I have another acetate layer just in case, just to see how I want to sandwich it up. Okay, so I've already done one as my prototype, so I'll bring that in. Isn't that darling? But I'm going to redo it. I made a little, it's not quite, I mean, it's fine, but this inner circle is down a little too far than what I like. But that's what it looks like. I think it turned out really good. You know, I'm missing my sentiment. Oh, here it is. I got to cut out. Did I cut out another sentiment? I did not. So I'll have to cut out another one. So here's my sentiment that'll go right there. And I got some foam tape to tape that up. And I cut out 2, but I didn't. And then this is my base. So I'm going to start with the base first. I just think it's darling. I mean, you can just do all kind of holidays, and snow globe doesn't have to be for Christmas. I am calling this my Valentine's globe, inspired by a snow globe. All right, so I went ahead and scored this, and creased those scores, and fold it up. You will need some scissors just in case in here if this is touching. Now I really cut this down so it's not touching this line right there. So hopefully you can see down in there, and this is the idea. And then you're going to need your envelope, because this is like your guide to lay down your squares to give them, your circles, so that it can slide into, if you're going to mail it, slide into your envelope. Okay, so once you get everything scored, so I just made sure I scored all of these, and creased, then you're going to go ahead and glue it down. So I'm just making sure I got everything aligned. So I'm doing it like that. And then all I'm going to do is lay that flat and lay that flat. And then what I'm going to do first is pick that up, and then I'm going to glue this here. Because every time I do this, I always get this alignment quite wrong. So I want to make sure I get it right. Did I do it on the right side? Okay, Brenda, you screwed up, and I put the glue on the wrong side, but that's okay. I will clean it off with my finger. It's not going to hurt anything. Can't believe I did that. Did not think that through. Sorry about that. Not thinking it through. Okay. Did it on the wrong side. Do I have anything? Okay, well, let's do it this way. It won't stick to that. And my caution, I didn't grab a, oh, I do have a thing. Okay, so let's make sure I get this lined up just so. I'm really wanting to make sure I get this straight this time. Every time I do it, I always have it slightly crooked. So I'm trying to make sure I get it straight, straight, straight. There. Can't believe I did that. Okay, now let's move this down. Let's glue this side. I can't believe I glued the wrong side. I'm just having a happy time crafting over here. Alright, and then I'm going to bring it over and make sure I get it lined up just ever so. And then, like, no you don't. Every time I do that, see, look, it's a little off kilter. There we go. Okay. Operator error, but I think I got it. And if you need something to varnish with, just, oh, there's my bone folder. Okay, that's your base. So now, little, there, so you can see down in there, even though I jacked up that side. Okay, now that I have my base on, I'm gonna lay it flat. Make sure it crease it down. I could put my decorative pieces on here. That's going to go here. Now this is glittered cardstock, so it should be okay. It's going to take a little bit, you know, just got to be patient. You apply that. So it's still somewhat flat, so I can still apply it. And then you just don't want it to be, you want to make sure that it's not impeding that on the bottom. So it looks like it needs to go up just a tad. Because you want it to sit flush. Okay, make sure that I'm not jacking that up. Yep. There we go. Then and then if it's overhung a little bit, I'll just cut it off. I'll do the other side. I can't think of anything else. Oh my goodness. How about a Halloween one? Like, oh my God, okay, I'm already thinking about Halloween, but how about one for your Halloween? That would be kind of clever. That I'm thinking of. Okay. That's good. That would be clever. I'm just gonna give it a little persuasion. Okay, that's my decorative thing. Okay, that's my base. I'm going to set that to the side. So then, now that's done. Now I can go ahead and get everything positioned. So this is going to be the back layer, like that. That's going to be the back layer. But before I do that, I want to go ahead and add a little support on the back side. So that's why I cut out 5 of these. All right, I'm already thinking about Halloween. Oh, that's going to be pretty. Might have a collection of these before you know it. Now, if you want to, you can do some ink blending on the back with some your favorite ink. I might go hit it with the ink because I thought I didn't get this laid right. So before this glue stick sets up again, see if I can do it correctly. Get it in place this time. This is overhanging and I can see it. There we go. Come on, work with your mama. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I think I might hit it with a little red ink along the, there we go. Let me go grab that. I'll be right back. Okay, I went and got one of my markers, and I think I'm going to use the chisel side. And all I'm going to do is just hit it with a little red, just so it won't be so white. This is optional, you don't have to do this, but I think it'll do a nice touch. Just along the edge of the paper, just to finish out that color. Hit it again. That's why I turn it on the back and do it, so in case it's like the pen slips, it's on the back and not the front. Okay, so yeah, that's a little bit nicer. Whoops. Make sure that's on there, set that aside. Okay, now that's done. That's like the part. Then I want to make sure that when I put it and lay it flat, that I have enough room in the envelope. So I'm going to bring my envelope out. Make sure it lays flat. Either way, this is the better way, so we'll do it this way. And then I'm going to make sure where I space my circle, I have enough room here and here, so it looks like it's going to be about right there. So that's where I'm going to glue. So I'm going to glue right here, right where that pencil mark is. I can barely see it, but I could just make it out. So I'm no higher than that. Now this will require a little bit of patience because, whoops, and then you want to make sure you're trying to get it centered, because where you place this is going to dictate how everything else goes. So it looks pretty good over here and over here. So I'm going to grab a block and not try to move it too much and press down hard. And I'll grab another block. And then we're just going to wait for a few minutes. Move that out the way. It's pretty nice. Now while I'm going to let that go and let it do its thing, I'm going to move it out the way. Now that I got my placement fine, I can go ahead and now start sandwiching my 2 other circles in between the acetate. And so I decided, I don't know if you can see that, in between this one, to leave this one clear and then put you could barely see the little hearts around there. I'm going to put that on the front. So I think I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to take my 2 acetate layers. I think you can see them better on here. There you go. Just depends on which direction you want your heart to go in. So either side, I think I'll keep it this way this time. So I'm going to take 2 of my circles, and then the idea is to sandwich those in between. Okay. Okay, so that's the You can tell this is the front side because you can see this, and then this is the back side of the ring. So that's what I'm going to do. Just a little bit of glue. Now you can decide if you wanted to do some tape runner, but I'm doing it just a small smidge of liquid glue, and then, but not too much to seep out. Okay. Then I'll do the same analysis. Okay, that's the back side, so we'll go ahead and do a small bead of glue. By the way, I am impressed with this glue dispensing gun. It's the best investment ever, at least for me. I'm going to pick it up, and then I'm just going to make sure everything looks good. I'm going to put a block on that. Yeah, I only have these, so I'll just stick a block on that. So that's done. This is the next one. Okay, so let's put glue here around the circle. Nice steady bead of glue right along the perimeter of the circle. And then it goes on top like so. Ooh, come on. Don't be slipping and sliding. Okay, I think I got it. That's why you want to put a little bit of glue just in case you have to do what I just did and everything doesn't line up. You can still slide it, but it's not all over your acetate. Turn that around. I'm not sure what side I'm going to use. I guess it really doesn't matter. So can you imagine, you know, if you're using, now I did change it. I don't know if I did the transparency film. Boy, oh boy, it's beautiful for this. And of course you can add some splatters to it, and you can do all kind of things, but the transparency film takes this up another level, I think, in my opinion. All right, and the reason I'm adding to this is for the stability of the acetate or the transparency film layer. Makes it a little bit more stable. Okay, those are done. Now I'm going to add the elements to this after I get this in place. So I'm going to set this one aside because I'm going to work with this one. I'm going to take the block off of that. I'm going to put this back up. Now that it looks like it's adhered. Lay it back up. Okay. So now that it's back up, I'll bring it down just a little. Now that this is back up like it's supposed to be, then we're now going to get this layer sandwiched in, and then we're going to glue it down. So what you're wanting to do is make sure not to have it like too far down like I did the last time, but you want to get it like right, like almost even, so you can see right through it. I don't know if that's translating. So the only way to do this is to eyeball it as best you can. Okay. So what I'm going to do is lay down some glue on both sides of this. I'm trying to decide if I want to put the, well, you know what, before I do that, I think I'm going to go ahead and put my champagne glass down. So I did a couple of champagne glasses. I thought about it. Like, you know what, I better, I can re-glue that. Put my champagne glass down. So I'm going to have it about right. I could have put it in between the two, but let me make sure. Okay, either side will work. I'm going to go ahead and drop that in there. That way I don't have to worry about the placement of this after the fact. Now you can put whatever elements you want. Okay, and then I'm going to just glue this back up. That glue kind of dried on me. So we'll do that again. Had to think about that for a second. Let's get it back up. Get it placed, making sure. Let's put it down. There we go. And then now I'm just going to bring it together and hold. Looks too far down to me. Sorry, I'm all up in my business. Okay, there we go. That looks better. Okay, there. All right, happy now. Make sure it looks pretty good from the side. Trying to check the placement. Yep, that looks pretty good. Okay. Now I'm just going to hold this. Now for this part, you could decide if you wanted to use a dry adhesive like a tape runner, but I got a little bit of more grace using the liquid adhesive. So that's what that looks like. Isn't that darling? And then these champagne glasses made me get these. Okay, now that I have that set, I'm going to go ahead and from the back, let me grab my little tweezers. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to hit this with some of that as well. Now, of course, you could make some cuts or color some cardstock. You don't have to use your print then cut. You could have just did some ink blending and got your favorite red color and turned them into hearts. Keep doing that. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue and then I'm going to hang this heart off to the side like that behind that. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue right on the edge of the heart. And I'll have that layer done. Now you can decide to do more or less, but I kind of wanted that heart hanging, like dropping into the champagne. I thought I had a smaller heart, but I guess I used the wrong one. It doesn't really matter. I do have a smaller heart. Okay, that takes care of that. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the last one, which is this one, and that's going to go like right there. Okay. Let's put a little bit of, hold on, before I do that, get committed. Do I want the, so you can have it depending on what you want seen. You can rotate the print. I can do it up here. I think I like it this way, but I'll do it like a little bit like that. So yeah, that looks good. Okay, I keep switching it in my hand, so I gotta go back. I keep moving it, and then I don't know where I put the glue. Okay. Getting disoriented. So that's the sad part. Okay. I think I got it now. Yeah, I think I got it. Okay. Wherever it lands, but this is how I wanted to do it. Nope. I don't know if I like that. I kind of want it to be more, see, not sure. Because I want to see the champagne glass. Okay, well, it's going to have to be on this side. I And I just screwed that up. How about right here? Okay. See? Just screw that up, but we're gonna make it work. That's why I like using the liquid glue. Well, I got at least a reference point. Now this I'm just gonna hold, and you can use your reverse tweezers to hold that in place. So that's going on. So let's talk about how I'm gonna get this. So whoops. So I made some little boxes to affix. Whoops, sorry, you can't see it. Made some little square thingies to affix these to the back. So we're gonna work on those. And basically, I think this is 1/2 inch by 2.5 inches. So basically, that's what that is. So we're gonna just crease this and make a little box. Like that. Make a little box like that. Sorry, I'm not up in there. That's 1 and 2. That gives you a little bit of dimension, and not everything is hanging on the thing. Last time I used some, get rid of that. If you have some shimmer pens, you can kind of color over that. I didn't do it on this one. I just did not do it. But I'm going to glue these squares down. Except I got to do a little cosmetic surgery on this one. Because I don't know what happened right there. But as long as you, and then I think these are scored at, I can't remember. I can't remember how I scored them. Alright, that's one box. I'll look up what it's scored at because I can't remember. I think at 1/2 inches. So you get 4. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4. You get 4 score lines. And this gives you like a little pop out thing. So let's do that. I don't know about y'all, but we're getting some unseasonable weather here in Mississippi. And I'm at the Gulf Coast, so we usually don't get really cold weather, but we're expecting some winter weather. All right. Now, I did 2 sizes of Me and Willie. And I thought this was too big, so I wasn't sure how big I wanted. So for this one, when I do my placement, I'm thinking of me and him being here. But because this was such an abrupt edge, and I didn't like the way that looked, I went ahead and cut out some hearts. So I'm going to put a heart here, and then I'm going to put a heart behind us. And I just want it hanging off the edge, just to soften that edge up a little bit. Is there a bigger heart? Actually, you could do more than one. Now I'm looking at it, I might be able to do a double heart and put a little foam dimension on top of that and pop that up. So let's do that. Just had that thought in my brain. So before I do that, let's do that. So I got a little foam tape. I don't need a lot. I'm just going to pop the heart on top of each other. Last minute thought, this was not in the original concept, but you adapt. So I think that's going to be nice. And I'm just going to put it on top of each other just before I tape it on. Just to give the heart a little dimension and it won't sit so flat. Double heart. one side. And I'm just going to stick it on like so. This is where you can get real creative. Then I'm going to take another heart, and then I'm going to put it over our shoulder like so. Because I really want to soften that edge, like right like that. Just a little dot of glue, and that'll go over the shoulder at an angle, and that should soften up some of those hard angles like that. Just a little bit sticking out. Actually, I could turn it the other way. Let's turn it the other way. Turn it in. There we go. Doesn't have to be perfect. Now, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go ahead and lay down my cube, for lack of a better word, and then I'm going to lay that down and then glue that on, and then make sure the cube is at the bottom. So I'm going to put a little glue on this side. Blah, 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 blah. Stand the cube down. See, look, that's still interfering with how flat that works. There we go, that's better. Oh, my heart came out. Oh, okay. Guess I didn't let that glue set up right. You don't know why you're doing that. You don't know why. Don't know why. Okay, impatient. That's why. Okay, and then we'll just set that down. Make sure that's flush and straight, and then we'll do that. Then I'm going to do the same thing with this champagne bottle. Get that all prepped up. I like having the champagne bottle in the air, but it looked weird. But I'm going to make sure, whoops, darn it. Best way to do that is lay it flat on the ground and then attach it. Now the champagne bottle is not flat, but it's flat on one side, so we'll just make it work. I could have trimmed this off and made it a straight edge. So, but we're going to make it work. There we go. That's pretty cute. And then I'm going to put that back right here. I get a chance. And it's coming up. Came up. So why is that? Put my tweezers on it. So I think it's going to go somewhere in here. If it can stay straight. Does it look straight? Yeah, it looks straight. Now it looks straight. Okay, stop being impatient, Brenda. Just take your time. Not being impatient. Oh yeah, and I did me and Willie a couple of times. Now if you have any other elements you want to add to it, you can add to it. You turn it around. So I'm gonna lay it out here, turn it up so you can see it. Not sure. Yeah, I know why I laid it up off the ground a little bit. Okay. So I'm gonna put some glue here. And then I am going to release that. Oh, no. Let me move it over. This is blocking the champagne glass. Want to see that? There we go. That'll work. So there, that's how that looks. And I'm just holding it down. This turned together so nice. Now you don't have to put a personal picture in there if you don't want. Get that straight. So that's what it looks like. Then me and Willie are gonna go about right here. Yep. I forgot to hit this with some black, so I am going to hit us with some black. Just so you won't see that white. I did forget to do that. So I'm just going to go around this white cardstock and just give us a little black outline, just so it won't be so startling. Before I put all that on there, I should have did that first, but that's okay. I don't care about the other side. I just don't want that to have that white thing going on. See if I can get in there. Get that piece. There we go. Better. And I'm going to put glue on the bottom. That's why I wanted to make sure it sat flush, so I could put glue on the bottom. Then I'm going to stick me and Willie right next to the champagne glass flute. And then that's what that looks like from the top. So that's what it looks like. Let's see if I can make sure I get a little grip on that bottom piece. Come on, stay. Okay, I'm trying to get down in there. Sorry you can't see it, but I'll turn it around. But I just want to make sure I get some good adhesion. There you go. Actually, I could have did my side of the as well with some hearts. I could go ahead and put another heart, a small heart, and not have that corner be so sharp. Yep, what you think I'm gonna do? So I got a little T90 heart. So, yep. Okay, yep. Just an afterthought, because I saw how sharp that corner looked. So there. Turn it up a little. So now that corner doesn't have a sharp edge. Perfect. I like the double heart idea. Now I can put the sentiment in the front. Of that. You don't really see it if I put it on there. Now I'm rethinking that because you don't get a chance to see that if I cover it up. That could be why I didn't add it the first time, because you can really see it. I might go back and make this a little bit smaller so it'll fit like that, so I can kind of see more of the hearts. So I'm going to go back to Design Space and finish that up, but I'll do that off camera. And then the reason I'm doing that is so you won't see this. But you know what? You got to think about stuff. I have some extra hearts I could actually put in front of that. But I think the sentiment will work. But it just needs to be a tad smaller. Just a tad. So you and me, it's a forever kind of thing. I got to redo it anyway. So if I pop it out, would that be okay? Didn't think about when I placed that here. But it should be fine. Because I need this to be kind of flush. I'm going to do it anyway. It doesn't matter. I'm going to do it anyway since I already have it. Just go with the flow. Bring it back up a little. I'm just gonna go with the flow. I know it's there. Oh, I'm running out of tape. Double-sided. Oh well, I'll just use this little piece that I have left. I'll go with the flow. Okay. I'll put some glue on this, and we are call this a day. We can call this a day. This is done and done. It's pretty cute. I'm just so stinking proud of myself. I'm just so stinking proud of myself. Like that. Oh, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I was overthinking. But there we go. You and me. You and me. It's a forever kind of thing. I think that's so cute. So stinking cute. And it lays flat. And it can be mailed. And I am so excited. So I appreciate you being here with me today. If you like what you've seen, please subscribe, comment, help our channel grow. I'm still trying to get to 300 subscribers. I know it's modest, but I appreciate the support by June, and then another 100 subscribers, at least to 400 by the end of the year, maybe more. It just depends. So I'll talk to you later, and enjoy.